As previously discussed, I'm going to be showing how to open the NDHS data here and how to work on the NDHS data from this interface. So this is the STATA 13 software that we use for the analysis of the project. So the data analysis was done on this data 13. So now, first we have to open the data itself. So let's start this way. You can use two methods, either by using the command line or by just using the point and click interface, the UI, the UI, graphical user interface. So you can use that to get your data. So the other side, this is the simplest way. So you look for your data on the system, on the desktop or whatever you've hidden it. So just like what you downloaded, you can see this is my own. This is for 2013. This is for 2018. Other versions are still in another folder, but we are here for 2018, and it is actually individual recode, the one you downloaded. So here's the data in a DTA format. So once you click on open, there's an error here just because the data in that data set is actually having more variables. It has over 5,000 variables. So we have to expand the memory of the system to accommodate more than 5,000 variables. So NDHS 2013 has over close to 24,000 data sets, close to 24,000 data variables on it. So we needed to expand the memory of the software to make it work. So that's what I'll be doing now. Set max for 32,000. So now I've improved the memory, so you can just do it again, then it will run this time around. You can easily just do that by clicking this and run it since it has run before, or do it the same way it will work. So now it's rolling. You can see it's rolling here. Now you have the data set. So from here now we can browse the data set to see what we have there. So let's see. Please try to follow, check once or twice to see. So here you have it on the spreadsheet mode now. You can see all the data from case ID till whatever you can think of. See how long it is. So you have data, you have variables and sub variables under a particular variable. So you can see. So altogether we are having thousands of variables here. So just imagine you say you want to look into this one after the other using, and that's why it's not advisable to use SPSS for a data set like this. Obviously you may end up not achieving much while using SPSS, because you need to have a place where you can talk to your data using code, just like talking to the computer in your own language. Sorry, I got that because I've been doing a lot of videos which has not been recording well. So that's all for the interface. You can see there are lots of it. You can see you can skip scrolling and you still have more and more data. So how do we get the data we need out of this? That's where the work comes in. If you remember the file I gave to your work, at the end of it, there is something called the do file section. At the end of the do file section, you have at the end of your work, you have the do file section where the codes that were used to generate the analysis was written. So let's go through it one after the other. So starting with the memory expansion. Now I said this, we expanded the memory and like, then now we get to identify the data we need, like the variables we need. You know, I told you we have thousands of variables, out of which what we need is not even up to 20. Or yeah, it's not even up to 20. So we have to select the variables we need. First, total children never born and pregnancy. I think that's one of the most important variable of interest here. So we want women for this research. There are a lot of people there, but we want women who had either gotten pregnant or ever had a child, because for you to go to have an intermittent preventive treatment for malaria during pregnancy, definitely you already are pregnant at one time or the other, at one point or the other. So if you've never been pregnant, then you are not qualified for this research. So that's one of those things we must. That's one of those people we must eliminate from the research, because the data set contains this. The survey rather was conducted on women aged 50 to 49. So whether they've been pregnant before or whether they've not been pregnant before, so they are all in between that age bracket, women between those age brackets. So for these reasons, you are going to have people that are not fit for this particular research. So we have to eliminate uh, those variables that are not fit, or let's say those respondents that are not fit for this research. So let's start, and let's start by looking into those variables. So total child born and pregnancy. So we have to look for women who either are presently pregnant or ever had any child. That's variable T, variable V219. So we just go there. The V219, and you have it. So these are the list of, you can see those who had 0 children, that is those who never got pregnant and they don't have a child at the moment. So that's it. We have 11,390 people who actually will not be considered in this research. Though, so the total, all the women that were interviewed, all these people, all the respondents who partake in this survey are just 41,821. So out of which 11,390 are not going to be considered for this research because they were neither pregnant presently or neither have they had a child in the past. So for these reasons, they won't be partaking. Also, the next variable to consider is intermittent preventive treatment during pregnancy. The uptake of it. So, and that variable is variable M49A underscore 1. That's the designation. So the M49A underscore 1. So if you look for it, you can see it here. So it means 7,000 people had didn't take this. So don't forget that these people we are talking about include those who had never even been pregnant, include those who okay, let's put it this way. We have 7,000 who never took this during pregnancy. They never took SP Fancida for malaria during pregnancy. You have 13,000 who did, and you have 107 people, 171 people who do not. But take note here, the total is not up to what we have here, which is 41,821. Now you have 21,729. Why? Because not everybody who took part in into the research, not all respondents answered these questions, which means we have more people that are not responding to this question. Almost 20,000 people didn't respond to this question. So that's one of the reasons you see we have we call them the missing values. 20,000 people didn't respond. That will include those who were never pregnant. Because if you are not pregnant, why will you say you took something during pregnancy? So definitely they won't answer this question. Some even are pregnant presently, or those who even had a child before but refuse to answer the question. So they are part of the missing values. So all we have is 41,792 people who responded to the question of the uptake of SP Fancida for malaria during pregnancy. Now, the next thing to consider here, you have the highest level of education. Okay, you have age. Age here, it can be in group, and it can be in you can have age group, or you can have individual age. So more importantly, I prefer to have my age in group. However, that's why I'll put this stroke V stroke V013. Yeah, I'm going to explain the reason for this. Now, there are two variables that talked about age. Now to check the age of the respondent is just that V012. You have the age in single year. This is the age of the respondent in single year. You can see from 15 to 49 in single year. You can see the total number of respondents who fall under particular age between the age 15 to 49, as I've said earlier. That's how the survey goes. Those are the category of people that are considered in the survey: women age 15 to 49. Now, the aging group. So now, instead of having this for 15 to 49, age 15 to 49, we now have it in group. So it has been collapsed down to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. So you now have 7 age categories: 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25, downward to you have 45 to 49. So that's the age category here, which means it has been decomposed to this level so that you don't have such a bulky number. So that's where you see the age category. So now another thing to notice is you still have the 41,221 people here, because that is the total number of respondents in the survey. So you can still go back and see, you see 41,821 people. So including this now, but here you still have a shortage here, non-respondents, as I've explained before earlier. Now, the next category, you have a place of residence. So where do the respondents reside? This residence is going to be based on urban and regional residence. So, and that's is it V to, okay, 0 to 5. So you have it as urban and rural residents. Those are the people who live either in the rural area or the urban area. So, however, for this research, it will be unnecessary to just categorize everybody based on urban and rural dwellers, because from the research topic, what the research was talking about was regional disparities. So, if you are just considering urban and rural region, it will be so shallow, because this is something that is always in the report itself. NDHS will always report the urban dwellers, rural dwellers. But now, what this research should be on, actually, what is meant to be is regions. And you know, in Nigeria, we have 6 geopolitical regions, and definitely you have some interesting facts. While there will be more uptake in a particular region, and there will be lower uptake in some region. For instance, now you can see there are a lot of disparity within regions. For instance, you have the north central, northeast, northwest, and I think that's all for the north. Then in Nigeria, in the southern part, you have the southeast, south, southwest. So you can see there are a lot of diversities and varieties within these subgroups, and that could lead to the reason for the uptake or non-uptake of SP fansidar during pregnancy. So intermittent preventive care during pregnancy could actually be affected by those disparities in the region. So not just being rural and urban, and also it's noteworthy that rural area and urban area is also present in all these 6 geopolitical regions. So another thing to give you a standing point, it could be one of those points. Okay, rural dwellers or urban dwellers do more. So that's by the way. Then we could try to check on the level of education, just the same way we've been doing that. You could check level of education. That's the V106. So sorry. So you can see no formal education, not just no education, because there's no one without an education, but you can see no formal education. Those who had primary, those who had secondary, and those who had higher educations. So that's another thing. So you can go through and we can go on and on, checking all those variables and see how it works. So this will be the first part of the work, seeing how the variables were actually generated. There are thousands there. So you can't say you want to glance through and see everything fine, but you have to just know which variable I want to use. So this will be the first video. So not to so that I won't choke you, I will make it in bits. So this is going to be the part one. Then I'll get you join me in the next video to understand how we get to separate those ones that are not part that shouldn't be part of our research. That is, those who do not meet our requirements. That is, they are neither pregnant presently or neither do they have a child in the past. So because of that, they won't be part of this research. We have to remove them from the research. So how do we do that is the next thing. So you can go on this same method, check out through all your variables. I've listed the variables here. You can go on, check it, just star TA, put the variable V012 for region and like. Okay, I think before I go, let me check on regions. So 024 is region, so star V024. You can see the north central, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, and south and southwest. Those are the 6 geopolitical regions in Nigeria, and I think there are disparities across these 6 geopolitical regions in terms of education, in terms of urbanization, in terms of healthcare availability, and the rest. In fact, access to maternal health care also varies in these 6 geopolitical regions. So that's what we should be looking for. That will be more interesting to study than just rural and urban. So if you just say rural and urban, it's always in the report every year when the report comes out. So it will be something that there's nothing to discover here. But if we are to go into this 6 geopolitical region, we could get some interesting facts to look into. So this is going to be part 1. Then I will release subsequent videos. So you can check on this and see how it goes. Thank you and have a nice day.